Okay, so um, there was supposed to be another recording of this update, and just for a start, for the beginning, I was recording on a few early hours, and bad news is that my phone died and it corrupted the recorded live stream of that video. So continuing on for the art trash or art disposing and decluttering, this came from an old house in one of the briefcases that I had on my previous room when I was in high school or college. And these are already arranged, and these ones are things that I currently have saved. These are my coding or content on some type of project or reports that I made. Some meme pieces and very insane weapon build that has 8 configurations and specific references on which job character on Crunchies it is, like Ryan first job or the Ronan third job Aegis Knight right here. You can see it right here. This is the X form, and a lot of just weapons and weapons and make designs. Also some chassis for some go-karts or go car, those old go-cars, some fancy weapons, tidbits, weapons, first ever additional weapon set for an existing weapon, and definitely can't go through all of the things that I save, and it's definitely stuck at 9%, so that's the logo that I use whenever I use this other one. So apparently, I'm not even sure if it's recording. Yep, that's definitely recording. Yeah, except for one thing, I have no idea on how many hours, but I got 48 minutes in order to explain on what's happening. So the reason of it is that some of these parts contains the just a normal day webcomic, the visual designs for the additional characters. This is the enemy 1, enemy 2, and additional. And these two are, I think, up and coming for the third chapter, and these ones are also additional characters for the third chapter. I don't know which one, but that is for the just a normal day, and it's in just for context. I'm just getting all of the stuff that I need to be shown up, and I have to do this on under 40 minutes. I think maybe about 40 minutes or less right now. So we have to do this all over again. Right? Where is that? Oh god. So anyways, going to keep this recorded on the live stream. All of this. Oops, not that one. Oh man. Okay. So just to just hold up. Just pause video. Okay, so Just gonna change the orientation right now and focus on doing a very fast all of it. So just change the orientation of your phone. Move it sideways. Not the just get focus. And I have two ways. All very fast. Yeah, we could just yeah, some of it I took inspiration from webtoons, or some of them from One Punch Man. And definitely listening to some fast-paced music while I was drawing all this, so it makes a kind of ungodly mess and very jittery drawing, but it is what it is. Just for a limited time, and using all of the ball pen that I had on hand, which is a very confusing move and kind of experiment. Yeah, I'm not even sure if you can see everything, because some of the icons right here are just blocking it. Okay. Okay. Got it. This is definitely what my person's name. I'm just going to draw the incinerator, and I'm losing time. And someone is playing copyrighted music. Jesus Christ. Never mind, I don't think it can be heard on the cell phone itself. Just gonna run through this. You just use this as a reference for any of your battle fight scenes in your comics or something. But for me, I think I'm gonna throw this out. Or burn them. As few incinerators. Okay. So that's about it. And these are streaming tomorrow. So I got about 9:44 before it comes 16 minutes. So yeah. Paper. This paper I don't need. paper again. Some airplane drawings that I did when I was in high school. I think not in high school, but in grade school. I think in grade 8 or grade 6. We only have grade 1 to grade 6 back then. So now some chassis for some go-karts. Definitely I don't know what you call it, crush gear. Yeah, I think I have crush gear that had claws back then. And this one's adapting from an airplane motif. Okay, moving along. Side view. Okay. And the G-Tel or source weapon of the droid troop that I made. You can definitely see some context on the different art account that I have, which is name mouse 1002. Yeah. That is G-Tel down. It's a access. I mean that's a source of droid troop. Out some designs. Kip on the stream. And important. Some design that you need to remember. Okay, remember that part. Is a shield that can transform into a bow. Which is called Fiesa. You can see more information on my different art account on Mouse 2002 under the folder of multi weapons. So anyways, this definitely not my sketch. This is a tinted one, as you can see right here. That's bleeding black ink. So definitely not my drawing. So I'll be trying, but that is for one hell of a drawing. Drawing of them on some 429 yeah, bird, and those were some leaves, openings, sacred sword, papercraft stand. I think this was the base, but for the surrounding parts, I think it doesn't have that on this part. Yeah, definitely not on this part. Okay, so anyway, this is sacred sword. I incorporated some design of some guns, rifles, I think, on the sides. For now, this is gonna be on the trash. Beep. Yeah, this is the original non-graphical line grid like structure in just white. And this is the T-blade, tonfa and blade mixture. This is I think this was the papercraft template for it. Yeah, I think I traced it on paper. I mean it back then, but right now. A phone case, makeup phone case. By the way, these are parts of a sword. Same with this one. That's a bigger sword, but anyway, this is part of the phone case. Just a papercraft. This was the design of that structure following this instructions and that one. So anyways, these are long overdue for crash. Okay, anyways, these are the drawings that I'm used to drawing right in high school. I used to draw this on the back of notebooks, but I think some classmate that I had named Denver used to draw something like this, so I copied that and then just practice some more and some stuff. Anyways, this is trash. Being striker, some previous design choices for the arm, posing with the arm, but this is mostly scrapped because of how unconventional and cool. Like, it's definitely not looking cool. However, with some adjustments on the part of the hips right there, and also on the shoulder parts, we need to be changed. Like, that's it, a little bit. So anyways, this is gonna be overdue on the trash. identify some concepts like some bento anime. I think I was talking about something like about an anime that people fighting over their lunch, and that is called bento, which is in translation is lunch on Japanese to English. Bento equals to lunch. So now they're fighting for their lunch inside a convenience store. So anyways, there's some design frames. Design armor for the frame. You can't barely see it because all of these are in sketches. This borrows some information from the Exia building and the feet of the Gundam, but it doesn't look the part, especially because of this ringlet right here, the bracelet. It has a lot of domes that looks like a nice. It looks horrendous, especially this triangular part. Yeah, a poor design choice made by past me, and I could see it right here. It's very bleeding on this initial sketch. Anyways, I need to up the game because I'm losing time right now. It's already 9 minutes. Some another design of the aforementioned previous finger representation of a horrendous armor for the Gundam front type. So anyways, that's gonna be thrown out. Sketch, not definitely a sketch, redraw or tracing. I think not tracing to be exact because I used some measurements on this one. All of the Final Fantasy VII Advent Children, Cloud's weapon, definitely different from the Buster Sword that he had usually. However, this one has some interesting configurations, and so this weapon kind of inspired me to create multi-weapons, as you have seen before on the first part where I showed you some insane guitar configurations which doesn't even meet the criteria of configuration, of physical and logical configuration. So another one of these configurations which borrows a simple sword, I think it was a broadsword and crescent, double sword and blade and sword. Never mind, moving on. Reference of Gundam Seed Destiny is a saber sword. Next, shield that can be a ball, but the middle part is a stick, so I got no idea how this functions. I think it was drawn by my brother, but I'm not so sure if I've drawn this too. Yeah, anyways, it's a multi-functional shield. Original graph for the Droicho version 2, the very large version. It was very small back then, but now this is the rendition of it in a very much bigger scale. Same with this one. Keep it in the record. Same with this one. And the scabbard, don't forget about that. And a makeshift phone case that doesn't have any relation with the previous scabbard of the Droicho version 2. So next, some typographed weapon for an original character named Daemon. This one's supposed to be his gun, inspired from the Vincent Valentine of Final Fantasy VII Advent Children. Which is a very nice theme, by the way, background music for the movie itself. Definitely like the OST of the Forgotten City, I think. I think it was Battle for the Forgotten City. Anyways, that's and also inspired from the double guns wielded by Lupus or Luxus of Grand Chase. I'm definitely inspired by Grand Chase and Final Fantasy, and also Gundam. Also this is the paper craft for armor for the Gundam prototype. With the prototype that I made, definitely made a functional, definitely a jointed Gundam prototype or frame that I can use to put armors on. So these are the designs for one of those. So this type is the one that uses two big shields. Feet. That's definitely a feet. This one's supposed to be arms, for the arms. This for the arms. And arms, yeah, just arms. So some weapons. Okay, some parts of the hips. For armor. Armor for the shoulder. Armor for the torso. Armor for the shields. So these are the shields itself. There are two of them. This one's the backpack for the shields connection points. These are connection points. Meanwhile, these are also connection points for the shield itself. Okay, so another weapon for one of my original characters, which I definitely scrap. However, if you want to reference this, just pause the video and record it on your notebook. So you could modify it and change it into definitely much better or much applicable weapon for your own character. So now is this gauntlet for casting magic spells, and this normal pistol. So anyway, this is definitely inspired from the Outlaw Star, the weapon, magical sci-fi weapon that we had, but this one is very separated on the pistol part, and can function as a separate unit and a long-range unit, mid-range to be exact. Anyways, this is the another weapon. This triangle shape is inspired from the Katekyo Hitman Reborn weapon of one of the characters. I think it was a very little boy. He uses this weapon as an eye flame. A very ridiculous weapon, if I may, but I definitely improvised that weapon and changed it into something else. There's a double-bladed sword. We don't talk about this. This is a very separate build. It's a kind of a boomerang and double dagger. That's about it. So anyways, this is the me trying to reference the Susanoo armor and changing its parts, but I definitely gave up on that. This was done by me on college, I think. Some art for Buster Sword. So this is Cloud. This is Buster Sword back then for the Final Fantasy. Without the word Advent Children, but Advent Children is a movie. Okay, so that's about it. So have you seen on the sword that he had? This is what his sword normally looks like, but on Children it takes on a very different configuration. I've got about 2 minutes. Jesus Christ, let's sort this out. This is also Chung from Elsword, one of his job paths. I got no idea. You can search for it. Anyway, this is the artist. But for this one, I think I have it. I can save that one. Okay. So there's a lot of meme. That's me trying to draw the meme, change my mind meme. This is the initial design sketches for the bazooka. Jesus Christ, could you please be clear? Okay, thanks. Very much clear. Not sure if even you can see it on all parts of the camera. You see it? Just change quality if you can't see it. So yeah, initial design sketches for the weapon Cupid Bazooka arrow. And that's about it. The rifle bow sword conundrum. And this was the second one of the final designs. Designs for the weapon Cupid Bazooka Arrow. I referenced this part right here so that it could merge with the final edition one, because this part right here is the what I came out with as a final. So anyway, it starts right in the back. We start with the sword, but it turned out to be a small dagger and then turning into a kind of a small spear, and changing that later on. So this here is this part is very believable at some point, but I don't know, it's up to it's up to debate. But this one's a very much larger arrowhead. However, we can't have that because that weight will take a toll on the weapon itself and on its trajectory point. So we need to make it thinner, a little bit smaller, and which is what came out with the spear instead of the sword. But later on, I think I may have to change some parts. It's gonna be a static face, changing the middle parts, the forward part, the part in the front, this for the back, and that's the final one. Yep, definitely change some parts. Yeah, there variations in the middle, variations on the back, variations on the front, original sketches, and which means the stocking, starting for the head, which is for the muzzle point, and for the trigger part, which is the middle. Maybe drawn those out. Some so initial design sketches for the Cupid Bazooka. See it right here, all of it. I just pause the video. But to reference some parts. Yeah. So it's very simple. I've had a Google search and stuff. And applying some motif from the card captor Sakura and changing that up to fit the theme. Some trial and error on the bazooka to the bow part, which is very ridiculous looking and goofy looking. And rifle bow sword, the merging in this part. So I just move all of its parts disassembled and then adapted it on the build of the weapon itself. So that kind of works out. However, it is still in the works, but it looks cool for now with the sketches because it looks like it has some sort of shape. And for now, I think I'm gonna be content with this. Never mind. I think this was some variations for a weapon, for a feet, prosthetic arm. So anyways, there's another meme drawing initial sketches for the spear part. So another trash design, trash or scrap design, since the ring blade can be fit into a very stable blade. So that lock doesn't even work the way it should be. Anyways, this is how it turned out. Ring finger ends up being too long. Same with this, it's still a bit short, but still a bit average, a little bit long. This one looks like a bar instead of a chakram, so we'll fill in that aspect, but it does look like a sword. However, this part, it does look like a chakram, but it ends up with a double-sided blade. This one's just ridiculous. This blue looks ridiculous. It's like one of those that you throw at your enemies, like a kind of shuriken stuff. Next, we our weapon. Okay, so weapon for a chakra, which looks like a tar instead. And this one's look like a tar. Alright. There's some initial sketches for the Cupid bow, Cupid heart bow. And I just post video. This for featuring some challenge in the Facebook group. We're trying to draw some furry. I think the original poster didn't like it because it's untraditional. And this is traditional. I mean, it's just it's free. They should be appreciative. Also, in exchange, they did draw me missing, but I think I didn't know that they were very bad at drawing. It's digital, but very not good. Yeah, I did my best for this, but it's just 1 hour. Less than 1 hour. I mean, 1 hour more. The bit. It's 38 minutes, 37 minutes for the coloring, and 38 minutes for the line art. So that's a total of 2 hours. Yeah, 2 hours or more. 2 hours plus. Yeah, I think I did great on the eyes, but for the other structure, starting folds, I think about 1 to 8. But I think I may have to add some scratches right here and here. Anyway, that's about it for this one. And also have this, a character that I designed, but that is a request made by the user in Vino, and I think I have it saved right here. The Chrome address. Yep. Yeah. Is a save gallery because I am not connected. So that is my icon, the mouse 1002. See right there. Yeah. That's my icon. If you want to look into the Raichu or the rifle bow sword, you can look it up, mouse 1002, or search my name, Mousecoon on Twitter, rifle bow sword. I'm pretty sure search that, or just put hashtag Mousecoon drawing. So there's this for the OC. I think I've drawn this because it's on her profile. Yeah. So anyways, the simple backstory, I made that one. So you can see here. Yeah. See here. Yeah. And pause the video and read it for yourself. Yeah, the only thing I contributed on this part will be the drawing. Me trying to incorporate some rainbow in the sweaters. I put it on the end, and I also had stars. I think I use I think I may have used painting for this. I'm not sure if I could remember, but it could be a painting, but very good in general. But that's about it for this one. Also, this is me trying to, commission locally. It's 20 pesos, 40 pesos, 10 pesos, 20 pesos for line art. This for the SD card, SD super deform or a full body. Like commission design. This for me trying to incorporate some typography and design details. A lot of things maybe have to be edited out. I did that. Like this part right here is supposed to be little bit upper part, but anyways, let's just move on. Also forget this. By the way, this is your OC right here. Definitely original character. And I have definitely changed her or his or her appearance. It's a humanoid computer, and this will be on the trash. I prefer powder cheese. Yep, this is my reply on one of the Reno, and they're talking about cheese. Preferences definitely in relation to this character named Mouse. That's my personal, by the way. So this deflected cut explanation. Yeah, this is the weapon of Rhea. So I'm all over 10 o'clock. I'm definitely renewing my time. So anyway, these are the initial sketches and some decisions. Marks my shape or the targeting system, which we have been finalized right here. Targeting system, the monster or circle are the final decision for the designs. And this is random designing for the bow right here. This is very simple yet kind of elegant. I think I may have use for this, or maybe the viewer can have some use for this. Anyway, this part is a string. You can play some one tune on it. And this is a kind of a grander bow, very much larger one. These parts are just sticking out just like a tree. Now I definitely have no idea what I'm going through with this, but it's supposed to be some sort of nested tree or net, but that's about it. Next, some design faces for a weapon for it has a kill. Kind of a tuning for that can transform into a weapon type from 1 to 2. Me trying to be confusing and trying to change it up. And this looks like a start of a bulk stick. And some parts right here are just for explanation of the dimensional sniper rifle. I think it's a concept that I made on the concepts. You can look it up in the webtoons under the name concepts. It's a webcomic where I explain some concepts I had in mind, and this is one of them. Dimensional sniper rifle. You can see the explanation right there. Anyways, that's for the initial design. This is for the OC Sherry that I had. I think this was not for me, but for the character that I'm definitely drawing from. For this one, okay, gloves. Yeah, yep, definitely for the Sherry. I think Sherry was the name of the one that used this weapon. I think, or it may be my character, because I also have the original character that's also named Sherry, and this is an alchemy gloves right there. There's Sherry's called Sherry the Magician. That's an original character. Okay, so next, yeah, just read it as it is, because these are going to be thrown out or trash. Yeah, some initial designs. Final designs for the Itatagnail weapon. These are just normally assets, just stuff, character stuff. So a little bit less for receive. By the way, I had a friend on Almino that gave me a fan art. Because usually the one that need fan arts, fan arts for other people, like this one. This one's a request. The Cupid Bazooka is also a request. This is a challenge, and this one is just instructions, I think, for a character. I've drawn it in a simple backstory, so that's about it. But it's also the first for me for someone to draw a character is for me. I mean, my character right here, which is this guy, holding this weapon, and it's the armored state. The armored state. Where this is the state where it has its all parts intact, and this part where it's all just spread out. Definitely first for me. I definitely don't know how to act. Because it's just definitely a new experience. I think he also guided me on how to draw some faces for the characters, like starting with a circle and some triangle right there. Yeah, I'm very appreciative of him, as a friend and as another friend, as a buddy. Yeah. Anyways, these are the stuff I saved. This is a final chapter for the Elsewhere Travelers that I think I didn't get to finish, and this one's concepts. So at one time I used one chapter for saying that I am on break. It is my Oseweya, and that's also the character that you have seen on the Just a Normal Day that uses spell cards. So yeah, so these are the instructions or the requests they made on Twitter. Keep bazooka and some tuning fork that can turn into a staff. And halberd, I opted this two for magical transformation instead. But for this one, this is just a literal workout on previous designs and adapting the build on an existing assault rifle. I just modified some assault rifle. I work on it, like on the middle part, splice it sections, the front part, the back part, or the stocking, middle, and front. It's a very process, to be honest. I learned a lot from that experience. I think I may have to just get back on doing this, and in the future, just in the future. But for now, I need to forget the previous designs so that I could start anew and drawing some new ideas. Yeah, that's about it. And these are the stuff that I draw out. And thanks. And let's see on how many percent that it has. Retrieve, which is still 9%. Yeah, definitely not going to get those back. So yeah, no. I think I may have to say goodbye for that one. Yeah. So anyways, thanks for watching. Bye.